Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's CKET Late Night. It's your boy Spills Q Urkel, and to the left of me is my co-host.
Tricks, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the show.
Yo, listen, tonight's guest, this has to be God sent, heaven sent, because I don't even mix the two. You know, Tricks, how I am about my 9 to 5 and everything like that. You know, I keep that off air and everything like that. However, I met this interesting individual at my workplace, and I just felt like, today is God's day, is Sunday. Shout out to my two co-workers, Harold and Mo. They actually own this brand. God is good. You know, the Good Times font print on here. So it just felt like everything was 360. Tonight's guest is Pastor John Ward. However, I did say pastor, but before he was a pastor, it was things that in his life he indulged in before that. Yes, so this is why we're here today, to talk about the transition, how he got to where he is today. How you feel about that, Trix?
That was a beautiful intro, and I think, man of God, met this man already today, so gentleman, and I think we'll drop it, but, culinary, I don't know, artist, he's a chef, so.
You're supposed to say that right now.
Nah, we got it. Just,
damn,
you want to just put it all out there.
I was trying to keep that on the low. Yes, definitely. And, yo, you know what's so crazy?
He's a husband, he's a son.
Yo, Trix, you know what's so crazy? He used to make, your favorite snack in the world.
What's that?
The Doubletree chocolate chip.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I told you.
I had one the other day.
I told you.
I had two. I checked in. I was like, let me get two. My man went under the counter.
Man.
I used to bring my wife stacks up.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, you gotta love this man for life. This is for life.
Yo, so how you feeling tonight?
I'm good, man. I'm actually blessed. Was able to get with my father last night.
Yes.
80th birthday party.
Oh, it was his 80th. My fault. I told
yeah.
Trix it was his 90th. My fault. It's 80th.
Well, my aunt was there. She's 97, and she was in there twerking and everything.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh, shout out to her. Shout out to Auntie, man.
But I'm actually blessed, man. I walked into the church that I was just supposed to go and visit today.
Okay.
And then I preached.
Of course.
He says, you're going to preach today. And I'm like, no, I ain't ready, man. So I had to come up with something that, like, right at the last minute. But it's a blessing, man, to be here and share this testimony with you guys, man. It's been a rough ride. Mm-hmm. And the battle still really ain't over, man, because I'm still tempted to do it. But now that I found God and know who he is, he gives me that power to sustain myself, to fall back from it. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that, man. God is good.
Yes, man. Sir, he is.
Well, I got a question about an 80th birthday party.
Yeah, go ahead, Trix.
I mean, what's that vibe? I mean, I just think, like, what's that feel like?
Man, listen.
Yeah, tell us how it was.
He comes in on I can't remember the name of the song, but he come, sure it is, yo. Whoop, who it is, yo. And my dad's walking in with my sister, and they start dancing together. And it was lovely, man. I mean, he had it sitting on a throne when you walk into 2 big chairs and bar here and every food you can name, man.
Was it open bar?
Open bar. You didn't have to pay nothing.
Oh, man.
I told my cousin about it. I told her to come on. I looked over to the bar. She done had 5 more people over there with her. So it was crazy, man. I think we left about 12 o'clock last night. We stayed out pretty late.
Yeah.
And then I had to get on my wife. She done went over to the bar to get a soft drink. I said, now, why would you do that? You know they're going to be saying, look at the preacher wife drinking something right now. I said, don't do that.
I didn't care. It was cranberry juice and orange juice together.
Oh, got sunrise, no tequila.
Listen, it ain't nothing wrong. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. As long as you enjoy.
We enjoy. Yeah,
your father's 80th birthday. That's an accomplishment.
We did. We actually really did. And I got up this morning, man, after I've been out on a long night to go eat me some breakfast. And my partner didn't show up.
Man, you wasn't supposed to do that online, man. Yo, listen. You know what's so crazy? I'm going to be honest, right?
And we spoke about it.
Yeah, I'm going to be totally honest. I'm a very private person.
Very.
Like, I'm very private, but your energy and everything.
We kicked it, man.
Yeah,
we
see,
kicked it. Yeah.
And that's the name of the show.
Yeah.
Because that's how it really is. I'm a people person, and
Yeah.
your energy just it just spoke to me.
Yeah.
I told Tricks, this is my brother. I told him like, yo, listen, we gotta do this show. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we've been here for mad hours. I'm like, yo, we gotta get this show in. You know, his energy, everything. And then even this morning, like your man checked on me, like, yo, listen, it's like 3 angry people. You need to get to work. I'm like, yo.
I was gonna go cook for him.
Yeah,
I was gonna go back.
He told my coworker, like, yo, I
I-
go back there for him. I'm like, yo, listen, I'm 7 minutes away. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Yeah.
I get in. I don't even clock in. I just start working.
Start working.
He like, yo, you don't got to rush for me.
Nah,
He
man.
like, yo, take your
I'm
time.
good.
You know what I'm saying? And they came back there with me while I was. I don't even let people in my personal
Yeah, I
space.
was all in the kitchen.
He in the kitchen with
the
me.
first day.
You know what I'm saying? He in the kitchen with me. So
Especially I'm brand new too. You know.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like it was only right to make this happen. You know, and like I said, I appreciate you again.
I appreciate you, man.
Tricks, what's up? Like,
I think
we're not gonna run this like a regular episode.
a little bit though. I am a little bit.
Absolutely.
So again, on our show, we talk about music, food, sneakers, some footwear. But I do want to ask you this, and Spills usually starts off like that. But for you, can you name 5 of your top favorite artists of all time? Artists.
Usher, Temptations, Nelly, JD. I'm all Atlanta, man.
I know. I heard.
You got one more. You got one more.
T.I. My running partner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look.
He in the trap.
Yo, you know what's so crazy?
He in
He's
the
not
trap.
even an artist, and he gave those 5 fluently. Artists be up
Struggling.
here like,
Nah.
so I appreciate you for
Yeah.
that. I wasn't even going to hit you with none of the regular stuff that we do.
I showed him, man, the pictures.
No, we're not going to get to that yet.
Okay,
We're not going to get to that yet. Chill.
Okay. Okay.
Don't rush the process.
I got you.
What about my Outcast, Atlanta?
Man, that's my boy. I used
Yeah.
to really do some thing with them too when I was out there in the world. Big boy, real cool.
Yeah.
See,
real cool.
You know what I love about him? Like every time, like I can't say every time, but the 2 times we spoke, he's like he refers to it like when I was out there in the world. You know what I'm saying? Instead of my past and all that. Like he's in a different space. That means he's in a different world now. So I genuinely like that. I pick up on things like that. So I'm not even gonna get into the sneaker thing with you. You know, I'm gonna skip that. You know, that's one of the questions I always go to.
Yeah, okay.
We gotta get to this food thing, man. I'm passionate about food. Like when I say I'm passionate, you seen from the 2 days you was there, but outside of that, I cook for every event my partner has. I'm very, very passionate. So when you told me you was a chef, it very, very like it sparked my interest.
Right.
And then you showed the proof. Right. So can you just tell us before you became a pastor, like the element of you being a chef and just that space and who you met?
That was my hardest space, being in culinary arts. 95% of people that's in culinary arts and a carpenter or a painter do drugs, alcohol.
Right.
You ain't got no way around it. You work. I used to go to work. Yeah. I used to go to work from 4 in the evening till 12 and get off and straight in Magic City. Anybody know anything but Magic City?
You was getting the lemon pepper wings?
Oh, man, that's the best of it. Magic City got the best lemon pepper wing. Little juice dripping on it. They got the best one, you know it. So I got started using while I was in culinary arts. And then I was in Magic City one night and ran into Ludacris. And no, let me go back. I ran into Meech from BMF.
Wow.
And they paid me $2,000 to go to the White House, they used to call it in Buckhead, to cook breakfast for them. $2,000, and I was getting tipped from here and there. And, women walking around, tables full of Coke on one table, this on one table, money on one table. And I got caught up into it. I love that lifestyle, you know?
I bet.
Yeah. So then people would see me hanging out with Meech, with T.I., and I became known in every club in Atlanta. So anytime a big event would come to the city, my cousin, who was a millionaire pretty much, had to call me, the poor broke crackhead guy, to get him into a club, to get him into this, to get him into that, because I had all the connections for that stuff. Yeah. And my brother came up to visit me one time from Carolina, and he freaked out. He said, "Man, you ain't got it like that." I said, "Let me show you."
Mm.
And he had on an army coat and some jeans and just regular old. And I walked up, and when I walked up, they said, "Mr. Ward, come on up," and took me past people who was, and some females actually said something. "Who you think you is? Who you think you are?" I said, "Put them in the back of the line for me." And I love that power, man.
Yeah.
I used to get a rise off of that.
You
for
used
real.
to abuse the power.
Yeah, I used to abuse it, man. I'm being honest with you.
Listen, ain't nothing wrong.
And
Honesty is the best policy.
yeah, I was in a VIP booth at room at Club Kaya, and every artist you could name was up in there. What Beyonce just had really came out big right then.
Yeah.
And I would get people in the VIP on one end of the room, and the bouncers would put them back out on the other end. and I'll make me a quick $1,000, and I bounce on everybody. I don't even wait around. I bounce.
I'm gonna get you in, but I ain't gonna get you
Yeah,
out.
I ain't getting you
I
out.
can't make sure you stay.
Yeah, I was rose when I was out there, man. I mean, people would come up to me wanting dope, and I would get the money from them, say, "You wait right here," and I'll go hit the back door because I had access to get out to the VIP part and everything.
Oh man, you was out there jigging
I
and
was
jiving.
jigging and jiving big time, man.
So when did you dive into the cooking?
I was always cooking. I started cooking when I was I went to Lafayette, France when I was 14 years old. I used to work at a French restaurant in Charleston, South Carolina.
Wow.
Okay.
And started as a dishwasher. And the guy took a liking to me and sent me to Lafayette, France. And I stayed there for 6 months. You don't get no pay. You get all the wine and other stuff that you want for free. But it was a good experience, and it looked good on my resume. And I just stayed with cooking, man, because I found out that there was a lot of money that was involved with it, especially when you had your paperwork. So I went back to school. I got my culinary degree, and I started demanding money. And I already had the plug with the clubs and with the DJs. So I started catering for a lot of the top-notch people in Atlanta. And it got my name out there, man, but it was killing me at the same time.
Yeah.
I can remember my cousin walking into the club, and me, Too Short, was in the club, and I had a big bottle of Goose was out there.
Yeah, Grey Goose.
Grey Goose.
Yeah.
And I had a big bottle of Goose in one hand and a half ounce of Coke in the other hand.
Oh, man.
My cousin said, "Man, you're going to die in here messing with these young boys." It didn't register then. I went home that night and I sniffed till I found myself in the toilet throwing up and puke everywhere. And I woke up the next day and I was laying by the toilet like this with the bag of Coke still right there. And I said, "Lord, if you get me through this, I ain't going to do no." Man, as soon as I woke up, I hit it again. Heart started beating. I could see through my shirt.
Yeah.
And I went to the hospital. And when I went to the hospital, the lady said, "You ain't tired yet, man. You ain't tired yet." She said, "You've been in here 5 times in 1 month."
Wow.
From
Damn.
almost ODing on crack, coke, or whatever I was getting myself into. And I guess I wasn't tired, man. And I finally took some drugs from and I went to the Marriott Marquis Hotel downtown. And I was so high because I'd been up for like 3 days. I used to go around I'll go out with a suit on too. Suit, tie, shoes, everything. And since I worked in the hotel industry, I knew when they would have their board meetings and big conference or whatnot. So I fit right in with them. I'll go sit in a meeting with these folks and they'd be like, "Good morning, sir. How are you?" "Hi, how are you?" And they don't know I'm in there about to get your laptop and get your iPad, your computer. You know what I'm saying? So I was getting stuff, man, and I was, it was crazy, I made about.
Hold on, it took me like 3 minutes to catch on, right? I'm like, what the fuck?
No, I was definitely visualizing the story. I thought he was about to get free breakfast.
My son was really
No.
pasta in the spot.
Hey, no.
Yeah.
I got a bag, man.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
I got a bag one time
Walking
with
through the
$10,000 in it. 10,000. My 16-year-old son now, who's 16, his mother was like we were Bonnie and Clyde, man. She was a younger girl, younger than me. So we hit the Hyatt one time. And as we leaving out, the guy grabbed me. She turned back to go and swing on the guy. Hit the guy fell. She ran out, and then all I could see was her rolling down the step. Rolling, right? She done broke her ankle.
Oh, man.
She told me, she said, you go ahead and you leave because you already got a warrant on you.
Oh, man.
And just come get me out. But she'd never been in trouble. So they let her out on her own. Right? Yeah. But man, I was making probably $3,500 a week. I was staying in a condo in DeKalb County, Georgia for probably almost a year, and I ain't had no job. Get dressed like a businessman every day. They had a bolo on me. They had my picture in every hotel in the city of Atlanta,
I don't
man.
mean to lie. This takes some confidence, bro.
What?
That takes some confidence.
No,
I
wanted my next hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wasn't afraid, man. You know?
So I mean, take me to that lowest point then. So to that turning point. Like the
turning point to make me stop.
That lowest point to that turning point, because that's why you had to hit a rock bottom before you.
When I found myself walking through the Marriott about to throw a lick, and I had been out for like a week, no bath. I had jumped the fence to go and smoke behind this building, and my shoes ripped to the bottom, and I had all this was tore up too. Now I'm in the hotel still trying to get me a laptop. These folks looking at me like,
you're not the same image you thought you were.
No. Yeah. Man. So I lost myself at that point, right? Yeah, I lost myself at that point. And it was crazy, man. You know,
I respect it. Listen.
That battle is and I always knew the Lord, even before I got fully saved. But it's a different than knowing who God is and having a revelation of who he is, because with a revelation, he kinds of, guides you, leads you through the Holy Spirit. A lot of people say they're saved, but they don't have the Holy Spirit. So if you don't have that Holy Spirit to guide you, you know what I'm saying? You still can be lost, man. There's so many souls that's in the church every Sunday, and they have no clue who God is. No clue.
Mm-hmm.
I go to church because I have to. I go to church because it's a part of the culture. You got to go to church with expectation to learn something and to get something each and every time. That's the only way that you would ever get the full revelation of who he is, what he can do, how he can do it, and when he can do it. That's the only way. If not, he's just another lost soul. Mm. I did things to people, man, and I was a master at credit card fraud.
Mm.
Oh my God.
Oh, that explains.
Man.
We're not talking about that. We're not gonna talk about that.
Oh my God.
That explains that though.
Yeah. I was a beast. You know what I'm saying?
You
got the bus passes in.
Yeah.
And
you
the
take
monthly ones.
You take the strip off the bus.
Oh man, listen. They were $95 in Atlanta.
Okay.
I had them for the low 50. I tell them up front though, it can get cut off at any moment. You spend $59, you try to go through, it might not work. I showed you it worked when you first got it though. That's it. But I had people who would last for a long time. I had the ones who didn't last. But you ain't getting your money back. No.
There's a no refund policy.
No refund on this. You know what I'm saying? So, and that I did, when you smoke dope, people think you're weak. I had a brother told me, said, I need you to help me move, and I'm going to pay you $25 and a gram of crack. Nigga, what you thinking? See, I wasn't none of the regular smokers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't a regular
No,
smoke.
no. But you don't put a price on me.
Yeah.
You gonna pay me what I want you to pay
Yeah.
me. I ain't gonna do the work for you.
Yeah.
So, they sell me some flex one time. I go back, man. I went back and I raised so much hell in Techwood, Georgia. The head man from the dope game came out and said, nigga, either you crazy or you got a lot of protection on you. Because these dudes will kill you up in there. I wasn't thinking about that. I wanted my dope, man.
Damn.
I don't give a fuck how many people in there.
Y'all gonna give me something.
What guns y'all got? Who tough? I'm gonna get mine.
I'm gonna get mine.
About my morals
You know?
and principles.
That's it.
Yeah.
I was a elegant crackhead.
Yo, so being that you was so mixy, right, and in the loop of things, right, and saucy and all that, right? You told me that you have your own sauce.
Absolutely.
So how did that come about? What kind of sauce is it?
It's a barbecue sauce I have. I sell it online. My wife has her own coffee company. My son 15-year-old has a landscaping company.
Nice.
So, entrepreneurship is in our genes. And basically, man, you know what I did? I took the same knowledge I was manipulating people with in the street and just flipped it over on the other side.
Man.
And it worked. You know what I'm saying? The sauce is Chef Ward barbecue sauce. We in my dad's 80th birthday party last night, the dude hit me on the cash app. I need 3 bottles. I said, you got to get it from my dad, though. But dad said, well, I already paid for all of them. I said, but you ain't gave me no money yet. He already paid for this. You need to
come
give
up off
him
of
3 bottles. Yeah.
3 bottles.
You got to cough it up. So I got that. I got a deep fried batter mix also.
Yeah,
I need to get him to drop you some off, man, so you can do that.
So we could,
Yeah.
You also do the fried pork chop.
The fried pork chop sandwich that's very popular, man. It's in a gas station now, on what's that, Sample and Chapin Street in South Bend, Indiana.
Yeah,
I was in there training them how to put it together, how you pound it out to make it. And I see his brother, man. I need to come up here and we collaborate and do something, man.
Listen,
hold on. Is there, you putting a slaw on there? Is there a slaw on there?
Oh, my pulled pork sandwich. I wet the bun with barbecue sauce, coleslaw, pulled pork, more coleslaw, barbecue sauce, and a garlic rub on top of this last bun. And they go crazy over it.
See what I'm saying?
Listen,
like
I kid you not, bro. Last year we did a function and we had 4 Wing Casino by us. We had 2 hotels and they were out there with their nice food truck.
Yeah.
I had my small little raggedy tent and my big smoker and I made all the money. All of them left before we did. Because we had line the whole time we were out there, man. The whole time.
Listen, man, one thing, like I said, I'm passionate about food, right? So when you told me about the cooking, first of all, you approached me the same way I approach you, basically. Like on the surface, you approached me as a pastor, but it was more to it.
But you gave me a little look, though, now.
Yeah.
You gave me that look, that New York look, like, who this nigga is, man?
But look, it's the same thing you gave me, because you like, yo, listen, I know you do, And I'm like, yeah, I do X, Y, Z, I do X, Y, Z. And then
Right,
you like,
right.
yo, listen, I cook for such and such and such.
Yeah, he started pulling out the pictures, too.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't care. Somebody could tell me right now, I could go make $100 an hour doing something else. If
Right.
it's not cooking, I'm not going.
You ain't going.
Everybody knows that about me.
Right.
Besides this is my baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is someone, my partner, he believed in me. A lot of people don't believe in you.
Yeah.
This is my brother, this is my partner. So it only makes sense. And like I said, we already had our lineup for today and everything, but I told him, like, yo, bro, we have to do this anyway.
I'm glad he did, man.
Yeah, and I think
We have to do this anyway.
Yeah.
And I told you, I'm like, damn, I ain't even check on my partner. I was so excited.
Right.
I'm like, yo, we
'cause I
gonna do
was
that. What's
supposed
your
to
name?
come on at 1,
My partner
right?
Like, yo, my partner,
Yeah.
like, yo, we can't do that when we already got somebody. I'm like, I'm like, yo.
earlier just never works than
Yeah,
later.
so I'm like,
Just,
yo, can you come at 4:30?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I'm passionate about something, I'm passionate.
Right.
And these stories you're telling me now, these are not even things we spoke about.
No.
So
But-
it's catching me off guard.
Well, let me tell you, the reason why I share my life story because I want to be honest, man. I want people to know that if God can do it for me, He can do it for them too. We would have family reunions, and my family wouldn't even invite me.
I'm the same way.
That's how bad I was,
Yeah, I'm
man.
the same way.
Yeah,
So I feel you on that.
yeah. Man, they wouldn't invite me because I drink one. Let me throw you back. She knows my Aunt Catherine. We had a Super Bowl party at her house, right? My mom told him, don't give my son nothing to drink. My aunt said, don't give my nephew no liquor. I was in the Mason. I was the youngest Mason in the state of South Carolina. My uncle pulled me a red cup of liquor full like that, just like this cup right here.
Ain't no liquor in here. Listen, ain't no liquor in here. This is juice, huh?
Hey, and I went in that room and I slammed it. And I came back out. Somebody said, I don't even remember what it was. I turned the whole table over with all the food, the liquor.
You turned into Incredible Hulk.
Man, look.
I had one of my.
They locked me up. They called the police, had me locked up. They can't bomb me out, but my aunt said, you can never, ever come back to my house. It took me to be saved, and 30 years later, before she passed away, she had loved me so much, man. She said, oh, I can't believe how you turned your life around, man.
That's
I
dope.
can't believe how you did that. I finally was able to get back with my family.
Right.
And that's the greatest feeling in the world, man. I testified last night, man, how God turned my life around because of some tough love that I got from my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And I get emotional talking about it sometimes because I kind of feel ex-presence in here right now, man. And I wish he had, had that demon is a hard thing it's hard. If you have never smoked crack, you won't understand it.
Right.
You can't. Ain't no rehab didn't save me. God did. Rehab is a quick fix.
Right.
God is a deliverer. And I just pray, man. But I know he was fighting to become free from it, though.
Yeah. Now, when we were talking
That
before,
brother could pray, man.
yeah, before the show, we were talking, and just sharing with you. This is one of the rooms that DMX, recorded his first two albums
Right.
in, and I shared "Slippin'" is one of my favorite songs.
Right.
And just talking about the vulnerability with him to share his journey, but that was so early on, like you said, in his career. I just think, like, for you, like, as you, like, an artist like him, did it help you find strength in your journey?
Yeah. Because I seen how it was destroying them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I can remember even one time saying, Lord, I don't want to die without fulfilling the purpose that you have over my life. Because so many people, man, and I don't care what nobody does. That's your personal thing you got to deal with between God. I'm not judgmental at all. I have people who will cuss around me and be like, oh, I'm sorry, Pastor. And I'd be like, listen, you don't have to be sorry. I done cussed every cuss word that you can name. And I see if you rub me the wrong way now, I might shoot 2 or 3 at you, But we have to really, man, start digging deeper now. So, because all of us have a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we have to reach that point in our life where we're able to get to that purpose, because it's somebody else out there who we can save. You're something special, man, and I don't even think he know how special he is, man. But because of who you are, he's gonna be able to reach a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And it took something in you to see something in him to be able to put him to the level where he's at right now.
Right.
Absolutely.
So
and it's crazy you said that because I had day one people like that I've been around in multiple situations. I mean, people I was in the street with and people I was, doing other things with, but no one supported me like him.
right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
see.
And so it only felt right to make him a part of everything that I'm doing.
Absolutely.
And vice versa. So it's dope that you even acknowledge that. You know what I'm what
Well,
I'm
that's
saying?
God. God will tell
Because a
you.
lot of people be like, "Yo, you could have did the show with X, Y, Z. You could have. I could have.
Yeah.
But this is who. This was the plan.
Right,
This is
right.
how it was.
Well,
supposed
no,
Yeah.
you tell him before our first show today. You know, we're chatting and we're just setting up and we're talking, and he wants to say something to me. He's like, and he doesn't say it.
Can say.
No. So he's like, I'm gonna say it later. So I just said it.
Yeah,
Right.
and I'm like,
Right.
yo,
How you know?
I'm like, how the fuck
Well,
you
that
know?
is because
That's what I was about to
that-
tell you. But
yeah.
I mean, this is the most like if you wanted to tell your wife something,
right.
it could have been the most left thing. Like right now, if you been like, yo, babe, like, yo, the other day I seen your left pinky toe. And,
Yeah.
But she knew exactly what you
What you was
gonna
gonna say, right?
It was like, yo, how the hell out of everything in this world, how you knew I was gonna say that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it really spooked me out. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, how you know
It's
I was gonna say
energy.
He's a prophet.
that? Nah,
He's
Hey,
a prophet, man.
I'll take that.
and-
I'll take
he's
it.
a
You know what I'm saying? And I love him for being
You'll be. Go ahead.
for who he is. And
Now let this man call me a prophet. Go ahead.
yeah.
Well, I mean, you know what?
Let this man call me.
You'll be surprised of the gifted people we have in this world that can see things, hear things. My wife is a prophet. We went to the church today and she grabbed this lady and started praying with this lady. And the pastor says, I like how you did that. I need to talk to you about praying for her. You know, because she has and the kid, she grabbed this little boy, man. The boy can't speak no English, but he plays drum, right? To the songs and stuff. She said, can I hug this young man? She hugged, and it almost had me crying because there's always somebody that can see something in us that we can't see in ourselves.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And not to cut you off. So not to put him on the spot or not to put he makes good money. You know what I'm saying? And he's a director, he does production and all that. You know, I knew me personally in the space I was in at the time, having 6 kids and going what I was going through. I couldn't afford him for what his rate was.
Yeah.
However, I can offer him a situation.
Right.
So what I did is I was like, yo, listen, I can't afford you. However, I can make you a part of this. We can do this together. We could go sign this and be so it you know, when you believe in somebody, even if you don't have the funds or whatever, when you just believe in somebody, just offering them something or anything like that, it's compensation. And the reason I say that is because you, for instance, you didn't have to speak to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of people see me in that space and just look at me as like, oh, he's just a kid.
You know, I talk to everybody.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I talk to everybody too.
Right.
But if you look at on the surface, you wouldn't know you talk to everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when we actually chopped it up, it really, and I bring it back to it really touched me. I'm just like, yo, it's just something about it.
Yeah, he sat down, man. We sat down and talked for about 30 minutes.
Yo, bro, not for nothing. I don't even care if y'all watching. I'd rather go smoke some weed when I got free time at work. You know, that's what I'm going to do. So if I really I'm doing something for my show.
Yeah.
So for me to sit down and talk to you at the table and everything like
Yeah.
that, I'm big on flowers.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a dozen.
Hey,
I
man.
appreciate you.
Yeah. Let me get this while this is on my head right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, you said how he gave you an opportunity, but you know why he did that? Because there are people that he can reach through you. There are people that he would never been able to reach if it wasn't for you.
And vice versa.
So God
Absolutely.
really brought y'all two together to make the whole piece of that pie come together. You know, so y'all helping one another, man. And y'all look like a really good team.
I appreciate it.
Doing what y'all doing in here, man. And I wish y'all nothing but success and nothing but the best.
Thank you.
And, don't forget me when y'all blow up.
I'm out. Listen, I travel. We gonna come out to Indiana. We come to Atlanta.
My kids in South Carolina.
So where you at?
I'm in South Bend, Indiana.
Oh, so
Okay, you in
Indiana.
All right, so
they got sports gambling's legal in Indiana. I think.
absolutely.
We good. Yeah.
So it's two funny stories real quick before we get back on South Carolina. My family is from South Carolina. From Charleston, South Carolina.
That's where my kids get skiing from.
And we have property at Eddystone Island.
I got family over there too on the beach.
Just maybe like a month ago, we just had to go do the deeds over again and everything.
Yeah.
On the property. And I took myself off and I gave it to my oldest son. I just put him on the property, so
Mm.
he got some land to
Right,
look forward
right.
to. And then Indiana, I remember the first time me getting expelled from school. My father was a truck driver,
That's right.
and he made me drive with him to Gary, Indiana.
Gary, yeah.
In the tractor trailer, he had a Kenworth. He had a bump bed in the back, microwave, had a table, all that. Like everything was in the damn tractor
Yeah,
trailer.
everything,
besides the
yeah.
trailer.
No, the tractor's
So
fine.
to say that both of those places, like they actually like mean
Resonate
something
with
to me.
you.
So
Right.
once again, I appreciate you for being here. What's up, Trix? Talk to me.
Oh no, I think he mentioned something I think is important, and I think want to just get back on his journey is the first thing, like identifying the ability to see things in others.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like how's that reflection moment? When people were trying to give you that feedback, as you were going through it, to be able to when you were ready to receive the information.
Right. That's the key word. You have to be ready. You can go to rehabilitation clinics all you want. All you want. If you're not ready though, ain't nothing nobody can do for you. So a lot of times it takes you to hit rock bottom. Rock bottom. I mean, and I was about to tell you about that. When I was walking through the Omni Hotel, and how folks, it was some type of sport event going on, and people get up and they leave their food and they got some plate. I got some wings, man. Oh man, boy. I said, nah, I know I gotta stop. I'm eating off somebody else's plate that they left up here. I said, no, that's it right here. I went to a place called the Atlanta Recovery Center.
Okay.
And this apostle came in and preached. Apostle, what's his name? Big guy. Michelle Lee husband. Apostle Lee came in and preached. And his testimony was the same as mine. And I remember crying, man, for almost that whole night. I said, Lord, I don't want no more. I don't want no more. And I joined their church. And I was in their church for about a month. And this is where I meet my wife in that church. And I seen her, and she had been saved for 20-something years.
At that time, it was
Under 20 years, but she had been abstinent from sex for 15 years. And I ended up marrying somebody who had been abstinent from sex for 15 years. I knew it was time for me to change. Now, I gave up the dope, right? But then I had a cross addiction because when we first got married, I didn't even want her touching me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody that had touched me, I didn't trust nobody. Nobody. Because every time I trusted someone, I got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So she would try to, comfort me and caress me, and I'd be like, I roll. I don't want to get close to nobody because I'm going to get hurt again. But to God be the glory, we've been married now for 12 years. We just renewed our vow.
Congratulations.
2 months, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago? Okay.
Yeah, he tagged one on.
Yeah,
11 years.
Listen, you can't play with them.
That's why we keep you around.
Yeah. But, things got better.
Yeah.
Change is still in process.
Yeah.
But life is really hard, man. And it's hard because we make it hard.
Mm-hmm.
We have choices in life that we can make. You're going to either do the right thing or you're going to do the wrong thing. I don't feel bad for people that keeps going to jail for the same thing because you didn't learn the first time.
They ain't learn.
Yeah, nah.
So,
listen, we've been here. I told you I wanted to get in here. About to wrap it up. Is this question? I want to know. I definitely want to know from you. Trix, please hit him with the shoebox, please.
Yeah.
oh, no.
No, this is a
Yeah, come on with it.
Oh,
I know what it is.
Nah. So, all right. if I had a shoebox
Uh-huh.
with all of the things you've ever lost in it, what's the first thing you're running to go find in that box?
My mom.
Mm.
Yeah,
My man didn't waste no time.
my mom.
That's real.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because when she died, I was in a closet smoking crack, and they said the door opened, and she got up to look as though she was looking for me, and she had a massive heart attack the same time when I hit my crack pipe
Wow.
and grabbed my heart. So that's the first person I missed her funeral and everything. Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, we definitely gonna tap back in. I'm definitely.
Well, let me ask you one thing before we get out of here. I think just for you, I think great message you shared today. So first, I want to thank you. You definitely been, vulnerable, honest, and I think we've even learned a lot
The
from
only way,
you.
man.
Yeah,
That's the only
absolutely.
way. Because it's somebody that's tuned into this station right now
Mm-hmm.
who's gonna get something from this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what I want to
Yeah.
hear is like, what's one thing you can tell somebody who's battling any addiction to help them get through it?
Give it to God. Give it to God. Don't try to do it on your own. Don't try to do it because it's a losing battle. You give it to God, you leave it with God, and let it happen from there. You know? That's a demon, man, that's out here, and a devil that's out here to destroy families and take lives and do everything that God don't want us doing. Give it to God.
Give it to God. God is good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Before we get up out of here, can you tell the people where to find you at on Facebook, Instagram, everything
Yeah.
like that?
On Facebook, I'm Pastor John Ward. You go Pastor, and then you put John together with Pastor, and then go over Ward. That's it. Over a little bit, Ward.
What about Instagram?
Same thing on that.
Same thing on there.
Same thing. And I'm Heaven Sent Catering. That's
Oh yeah, that's what I meant to tell you. He's heaven sent, like
Yeah.
SC
though, not Yeah.
That's tough.
yeah. Yeah.
You got the barbecue sauce.
I got the barbecue sauce.
You got a rub.
I got the rub, and I got the deep fried batter mix.
All right, hold on. We didn't get into it. You're gonna try to kick me off the show. Name drop. I need you to name drop.
Yeah, I gotta do that.
What were your favorite celebrities you cook for?
I got Shaq in here. I got Lil Baby. I got Dottie Peoples. I got Joe Debris. Tip I already cooked for. I cooked for 2 Chainz. I cost my man getting out big meats, you know. Atlanta, man.
Big meats.
Yeah. Atlanta is.
What about Jermaine Dupri?
I cook for him, but I don't really. JD.
All right, we gonna leave that alone.
JD. That's Puff on boy, and I leave it. I'm just Puff boy.
Well, you're not the after parties.
Yeah, we had
I'm
that.
gonna keep asking questions to kick me off the air. What's your favorite thing to cook?
My favorite thing, French food. I like French food.
So you do that quarter chicken breast like that whole?
Oh man, I pound it out.
Yeah.
Lightly dusted, olive oil, garlic. She loved my cooking. This I cook too rich for them. Man. She was eating canned food, and then she got married to me, and I took her up a notch.
Tuna the caviar.
Yes, sir.
Yo, I thank you again for
I
coming
appreciate
on the show.
you for having me, man. And I really, really wish that whoever's listening to this, that y'all hear me out. I know to be in a studio where DMX recorded at, in a studio where, I can smell loud going on. But for them to invite me in here, it's a reason and it's a purpose for it. Somebody out there heard what I said today, and I pray that God would touch your heart and change your life right now, not tomorrow, but right now. Whatever you about to put in your mouth, put it down. Give God a try. You tried everything else, try Jesus.
And with that, that's a wrap, Tricks.
Yes, sir.
Tuning in.
Yeah.
Everyone have a good night.